Hello Dr. Hasan and everyone. I am Ahmad Shahzad Azman, B06211019, group leader for group 1, and this is my group members, which is Izzat Imran, Anchana Devi, Amina Azmin, Fazal Kasna, and Lijin Zee. So I pass this slide to Lijin Zee.
Then, employee communications. Effective communication is a necessary component of efficient employee relationship management. Employee communication means the exchange of information, ideas, and feelings between first employees and supervisors. Nowadays, employers value two-way communication. This is because it can boost productivity and then because of the employee enjoys freedom of speech. It leads to employee engagement. During the pandemic of COVID-19, the organization formed productive virtual teams in class actionable suggestions for resolving communication challenges. The organization should also notify employees about any additional support they offer, such as employee assistance programs or other helplines, health insurance. This is my part today. I want to say thank you. I want to pass to the next person, Anchana.
On behalf of Group 1, I would like to present about scope, limitations and importance of the project regarding the topic employee relation and communication. The purpose of this study is to investigate on what and which employee relation and communication have been used at Dwi Solar Sendirian Berhad. The data collected by an interview that carried out by one of my group members. Employee relation is a term used to describe relation between employees and employers. Dwi Solar Sendirian Berhad are striving to become more faster. For that reason, the focus on employee communication is bigger than before. The main goal of every employee relation strategy is to improve relationship and collaboration in the workplace. Some of the reasons why employee relation and communication is important due to employee engagement, employee productivity, employee retention, and employee experience. Besides that, I also would like to present about the project statement. Effective communication is a building block of successful organization. The importance of communication in an organization can be summarized as communication is a source of information to the organizational members for decision-making process as it helps identify and assessing alternative course of actions. Having an employee relation professional, especially in large company, is it critical for better employee communications. Besides that, communication is not only important in our daily life, but also plays a crucial role at workplace. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amina Azmin, and I will be explaining regarding 5.0, which is the strategy initiative undertaken by Dwisola for employee relations and communications. So, firstly, the initiative that the organization has taken is in terms of social media. Just like any other organization, Dwisola has its own social media, which is Facebook and LinkedIn. The Facebook account are mainly used to promote vacancies at the company, while LinkedIn on the other hand contains the information regarding the company and the employees, such as the company size and jobs.
Dwisola also has an official website. Building an official website for an organization with specific goal will ensure that the group HR Human Resource believe that the websites are ideal for showing information for clients as well as for current and former employees.
So for strengths, firstly, it allows the organization to share engaging content. With Solar thinks that its employees are part of its target audience. Therefore, sharing interesting content through social media will improve how HR communicates with employees and what information they can get. Secondly, it encourages communications. This is because many Blue Solar employees are working from home. Organizations rarely have time to make conversation more personal, so this may cause communication that hurts the employee relations and performance. Thus, they believe that it's easier to have interaction through social media. Third, it allows the organization to conduct surveys in order to get to know their employees in depth. This can help the HR department to better understand the needs of their employees and clients.
Lastly, there are two weaknesses, which is negative exposure and harassment. Negative exposure can happen due to the bad comments regarding the employer or the organizations on social media can harm their brand reputation, while harassment happen due to the employees who participate in harassing their co-workers.
The first is stress or depression. Due to individual, type of employment, long period of employment or environmental factors, this makes employees unable to communicate with each other. Conflict between co-workers or employers is one of the most common causes. As a result, communication breakdowns occur, workplace efficiency suffers. Companies need to create a harmonious work environment for the purpose of avoiding stress among employees as well as to bridge the gap between colleagues. Second, unconducive work environment, disturbing the peace of workers. The relationship between employer and employee is unfamiliar and strained. Employees are quickly distracted by the scenarios around them in an unfriendly or uncomfortable work environment. Employers meet the comfort of employees in terms of environmental space and colleges in order to create a harmonious atmosphere. Next, the recruitment and retention. Recruitment of new staff. This makes the employee take the time to socialize with colleagues and be able to communicate well and smoothly. However, the hiring process must be managed centrally and efficiently. Employers must close the relationship by holding an event or dinner. Furthermore, the question of employee attachment. Relationship between colleagues are not close. Hiring new employees causes them to have to take time to adjust to the circumstance around them. Employers need to create a culture of rating among all staff and employees. Economic instability. Offer low wages to employees. This is because the economy is declining. Blue Solar Company had to face the challenge of shortage of employees and had to find new employees. The last is workers' compensation. Employers are too busy to overlook the rights of employees. Employees will feel undervalued and unimportant. The employer must report the accident that happened to his employee within 10 days from the date of the accident, as well as deposit the workers' compensation money for the case of a fatal accident to the Workers' Compensation Commissioner.
And the second point is about between the employers and the managers. Between the employer and the managers, it's about employers are frequently hesitant to share information which they are surprised because there are concerns about how it may affect their performance assessment. And for the this point is for the first point is hold one-on-one meeting. A one-to-one meeting is a face-to-face encounter between the management and the employer, as opposed to a feedback or a price meeting. And for the second point is for conduct employer satisfaction surveys. Working in this field, we frequently hear CEOs and executives complain about their employers' lack of engagement, high turnover, and so on. And for the third point is involvement and transparency hand in hand is required. Keeping your people in the dark is one of the worst thing you can do as a boss. Your employers, like your partner, would never trust you if they believe you are withholding information from them. As a result, always be clear and transparent about your action and conclusion. That's all from me. Thank you.
Every organization has policies to ensure fairness and clarity within the organization. One of the jobs of HRM is to develop the verbiage surrounding these policies in the development of policies. HRM management and executive are involved in the process. For example, the HRM professional will likely recognize the need for a policy or a change of policy, seek opinions on the policy, write the policy, and then communicate that policy to employees. It is a key to not hear that HR departments do not and cannot work alone. Everything they need to involve all other departments in the organization. And then these are three of policies that employee and organizations should know. A. The status which are laws enacted by Parliament or Act of Parliament. B. Subsidiary legislation, being the ministerial order or regulation made under the relevant empowering status. And C. Case laws refers to such judicial precedent found in the law reports for the future similar cases to be treated like. Okay, next is 9.0, employee attitude, happiness and job satisfaction affected by effective organization communication. Keller 2012 goes on to say that if we alter our mentality, we can transform our lives. When someone's mindset is changed, they get revitalized, perceive new possibilities, and are able to produce exceptional outcomes. Keller 2012. People can establish and achieve goals that previously thought to be unattainable. Keller 2012. Their efforts pay off handsomely. Of course, this does not happen immediately and is not without stress or frustration. Nonetheless, those who intentionally endeavor to maintain a good mindset will find success. Concessional, according to Michael and John 1992, is defined as a person who is efficient, organized through reliable, responsible, and scheduled tasks and assignments. A highly productive and efficient employee is one who is both conscientious and open. An open person is someone who is artistic, curious, innovative, intensive, and intelligent, and is a desired employee in any company.
In conclusion, employee communication is a complicated subject, and communication practitioners must consider numerous organizational elements while managing organizational communication strategically in order to promote employees' sense of responsibility.